Trusting workers. I'm Jeff Stein with today's Iowa Politics Report. There's been some noise made the last few months about the number of federal workers who started working from home during COVID and are now fighting to not return to the very expensive workplaces taxpayers provide them. We've heard plenty of stories about office space the federal government is renting but sits empty, not to mention office space in buildings the government owns that also has plenty of desks just gathering dust. That led the podcast platform Spotify to poke fun at the issue with signs and billboards reading, "Spotify workers aren't children." This is in the wake of statements made by company officials doubling down on their work-from-home policy, saying it trusts workers to be productive and get the job done outside a formal office, adding that their workers aren't children who need heavy supervision. If that's true, then good for Spotify. But think for a minute about people you currently work with or who work for you. Do you trust them to work from home or without direct supervision? Obviously, you hope so. But if not, then that says something pretty significant about your private workplace. Multiply any skepticism about the private workplace times, a zillion, and you have the federal government workforce. Now, to be clear, there may be plenty of folks on the federal payroll who never leave their home, but could still easily win productivity awards. But given all the examples of government waste and mismanagement, well, who could blame the taxpayers for being skeptical about these work-from-home positions, especially the huge number of them, with some estimates showing fewer than 10% of an agency's workforce actually shows up in an office. It's good that Spotify workers aren't children, given child labor laws and all, but in this era of government overspending, we need more accountability, not less. At the very least, having all these remote workers warrants a situational review, Doge or not. And that's the Iowa Politics Report for Friday, January 3 on Twitter, Instagram, Getter, Threads, and Truth Social at Iowa Politics. I'm Jeff Stein on News Talk 1540, KXEL.